Hey, what's going on everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have you guys the 2018 Specialized Venge Vice Pro disc model. This is a size 58. This thing weighs at 17 pounds, 13 ounces. That's with 2 bottle cages, pedals, and a Garmin, and also a light on the back. Retail on it was $6,500. Stay tuned after the video where you hear a free body sound test on this thing in the back right there. Thank you guys. Hey, how's it going everyone? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have for you guys the Specialized Venge Vice Pro disc. This was a 2018 model. This thing retailed for $6,500 back in the day. Just really want to focus on the bike and kind of show it off. I know you guys probably can't buy it anymore. Maybe you're thinking about buying it, but really want to talk about just the aerodynamics of the bike, the way this bike was created, the components, the paint job, everything on this bike is absolutely sick. I mean, look at that paint job right there. It's black on the side. You go over to the top, it goes to a green, fades to a purple. I mean, this bike was one of the coolest bikes out. This is when they had a disc brake model. I mean, just real quick, just to talk about Specialized. This was back in the day when they used to, this bike was actually made in the wind tunnel. They used to make 3D moldings of this bike to allow for this down tube shape to tuck in the tire more, or the integrated Aero spaces on here, the lower seat stays, the very thin drag in the back as well. This bike was born in the wind tunnel. It was meant to be fast. I believe it was like, it's been a while since I read these stats, but I think it was like 112, 115 seconds faster over 40 kilometers than the Tarmac SL5. This was when aerodynamic bikes were very popular, and this bike was an absolute machine. I mean, Sagan won on it a bunch of times. Sprints, green jerseys, you know, the bike was just a monster. It's very stiff, very fast, and this is when Aero bikes were at its peak, so kind of just want to show off everything. I mean, but just look at the craftsmanship on the bike, the way it's made, the tucked in wheel, the front. I mean, this bike was literally just bred to be a aerodynamic machine. This bike was one of the first bikes that did the fully integrated cockpit as well. As you can see on this model, because it's a Pro, they have the cables running on the outside, but it can be ran with a normal Venge Vice handlebar stem setup. So very cool thing. I love this bike. This bike was a great option. It was $6,500 as you see it right now for 2018, and that's with a full Derailleur mechanical Grupo with hydraulic disc brakes on there, carbon cranks, and then Revolve CL64s. Which they never sold after production as well. These were just kind of made for this bike. They're not CLX, but they're the CL versions, so just different hubs. But $6,500, man, is crazy. The weight on it was 17 pounds, 13 ounces, but that's with everything you see. That's with pedals, that's with cages, that's with the light, that's with the Garmin reader on there, that's with the sensor on there as well. So that's not bad for a fully Aero integrated bike in that time. I mean, I think today some of these bikes now are 17 pounds. The Tarmac Pros and stuff have been shown, so with pedals and everything on there. So very lightweight bike still, but this bike was meant to be just a full Aero bike, very rigid, very stiff. It's a fast machine. But yeah, we'll get into it. We'll talk about everything right now. So starting off with the front, the handlebars came with a Specialized Aerofly 1. This is not the 2, this is the 1. It's a little bit different of a bar. It has an ergonomic shape to it, that kind of flat where you put your handlebar on there, or put your hands on there. Very cool looking bar. They have on here the Specialized alloy stem. Nothing crazy, just 110 millimeter stem because it's a 58. And then they have the circular spacers with this little Aero integration piece. If you were running the Venge Vice one-piece handlebar and stem, or the handlebar and stem for the Venge Vice, this will be all one piece and all be integrated. No cables will be showing. But that bike was a big pain in the butt to run. So this bike, as you saw, the mechanical stuff, they started implementing this before when this frame was released. They never had these holes on the side for cables to be ran. This was all clean. This is when they started running this. Marcel Kittel back in the day was running this setup with a Zip Sprint SL stem. It made me fall in love with the bike. So my first S-Works Venge Vice I ever had rim brakes on it, and I had the fully integrated version. I absolutely loved it until I had to change the stem out, and then it was all a freaking full half-day job to change out the stem from 10 millimeters, from 110 to 120 millimeter stem. Never did it again, I just rode the position, but I like this option. I would run this, I would slam this, put a Zip SL stem on here, and that bike looks sick. But yeah, so then we're going to these are the Derailleur shifters on here, mechanical Derailleur shifters. Pretty funny, this bike was released in 2018, so it was probably produced 2017. This is the same Derailleur that we're still running right now on 2021 bikes and 2022 models. So hopefully Derailleur comes out, or Shimano comes out with some new stuff. But this is a mechanical shifter with a hydraulic disc brake on here. 11 speed in the back, 2 in the front. You have the Specialized Revolve CL64 wheel on here. So the difference is that the CLX will come with ceramic speed bearings inside here. but these are just regular steel cartridge bearings in there, but same rim, and then these spokes are rounded, whereas the CLX will be bladed. But I thought that was a bargain of a deal, a banger of a deal for sure. These are just the Revolve CL64s. I was very jealous when these came out because you cannot get these aftermarket, like I said. But still, I mean, these wheels just make the bike look sick. Again, deep dish wheels, deep frame, aggressive aero makings on here. The paint job is sick. It's a freaking gloss black like this, so true Specialized colors. Gloss black on the side with a rocket red, and then you go up to it to look at it. In the middle, on top of it, it's a chameleon green to purple, which looks insane. And then on the fork on the inside as well. See here in the middle as well. Boom. Gorgeous, man. I mean, this is when Specialized is doing things. I mean, this paint job, the bike, the look. I just fell in love with this bike. $6,500 for this. Remember, guys. So crazy. Okay, sorry. I just had a fangasm over that for a little bit. So Revolve CL64s. You have the Durace disc brakes on here. The rotors that came included with it. You have the Durace flat mount disc brake on here as well. They gave you these skewers on here, so they're not Aero skewers, but you can still relieve a flat if you needed to, so you don't need a tool. I would definitely recommend changing those out. With the bike as well, this is the Venge Vise, so this is an OSBB bottom bracket. This is a BB30 bottom bracket. I have their S-Works Specialized cranks on here. They are carbon fiber crank arms. These are 175 crank arms as well, and then they come with Praxis Work chain rings 5236 for their Aero racing bike. Front derailleur is going to be a Shimano Durace front derailleur, just regular mechanical cable. You have two water bottle cages on here. These are carbon fiber, so 17 pounds, 13 ounces with two carbon fiber bottle cages on there. And then, beautiful paint job, absolutely gorgeous. There's a little 58 logo, there's your UCI legal frame. Durace chain on here as well, did not skimp on that. And also Durace cassette for $6,500. This bike was an absolute steal when it came out. For a full mechanical Durace Grupo, that was when the full-on hype for Ultegra Di2, Durace Di2 was real, and mechanical stuff wasn't even thought about. So that's an insane deal that they didn't skimp on the cassette or the chain. You get a Durace cassette back there, beautiful. And you have that good-looking Durace mechanical rear derailleur back there, 11-speed in the rear. Very nice setup. Again, the wheels are Revolve CL64 wheels, just with the DT Swiss rebranded hubs on there. I believe that's just an 18-tooth ratchet in there. You'll hear a free body sound test. Yeah, that's just a ratchet. That's an 18-tooth. You'll hear a free body sound test at the end of the video. And then you have your little integrated Venge Vise C-post right here. This is the same setup for, this is actually, fun fact for you guys, this is the same C-post that is on the LA Sprints. So you have the same S-Works logo right there. You have the same backing back here as well. So that's very cool. If you do have an LA Sprint and a Venge Vise and you're worried about proprietariness, at least you have one C-post that will always work. And then on the other side, flip it around. Sorry guys, a little bit windy out here today in Florida. We have a Durace Di2, I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. We have a Shimano Durace rear rotor back here, Shimano Durace flat mount rear brake caliper, and then a Specialized through axle as well. These are just DT rebranded again. Another fun fact about these, you cannot buy these aftermarket. I think you have to go to a Specialized store, maybe get them through warranty. But very cool. This is a S-Works bike frame, so this is a Specialized Venge Fact 11R. This was released before the Tarmac SL6 came out, so before 12R was actually a thing. They have the Venge 11R for the Venge Vise material. There you can see the OSBB right there. There is no threads on it. It's just basically a BB30 bottom bracket. And then saddle is going to be the Power Expert with just titanium rails. Nothing crazy about it, but boy, did they do a lot of things right, and boy, do I sure miss this. I just miss the aerodynamics of these bikes, the chunkiness, the look to them. I know that a lot of you guys are maybe climbers, and it might be. I mean, this is just my opinion, so don't crucify me for this. But I miss the aggressive look. I miss the deep tubes, the deep dish wheels. I know everything's going, like everyone's saying, oh, the aerodynamics don't really matter, the wind tunnels don't really matter because there's crosswinds, that's going in a straight line, blah, blah. But here in South Florida, riding this bike, or riding a Venge, this bike, at 26 to 30 miles an hour in a group, when you're pulling or even close to the front, it's much easier to maintain that top end speed compared to the Tarmac SL6 or the SL5. Hands down. I mean, these bikes, they're heavier. We don't have any hills here, so I'm not saying anything like that. But me personally riding, noticeably different. I can maintain that top end speed easier. I don't get fatigued as quickly because of the deeper dish wheels, because of the the deeper dish frame or the frame itself. It's something that you do feel compared to a Roubaix, to a Tarmac, to other bikes as well that are more climber-based bikes. So that's just my take on it. I really do miss the Venge. I hope they have some kind of plans to bring it back. A lot of these companies, Trek has 3 bikes. They have a endurance, a climber, aerodynamic bike. Giant, I think, has some stuff like that too as well. Cannondale, they all have them. You know, I don't see why Specialized can't put out a Venge. So hopefully they bring it back. I miss this bike. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Just to recap, this is a 2018 Specialized Venge Vice Pro disc model. Retail is $6,500 on it. It weighed in at 17 pounds, 13 ounces. And this is a men's 58 on here. So, beautiful bike. Thank you guys so much. Check out GC Performance YT. I got clothes there. Close. And yeah, thank you guys again so much. And if you guys are still here, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway video for a bike. And I have a plan. So keep your eyes out. You will have to pay to enter, but it'll be a select few entries, and it'll be a bike that's maybe worth your while. Sizing is going to be whatever size you want, but you have a chance to win it. I think about $50 to enter, only 500 entries, and stay tuned to see what bike it is. Thank you. 2018 Specialized Revol CL64 rear wheel with a Revol Frio body, and I believe 18 tooth ratchet on a Venge Vice Pro. Here comes the Frio body sound test. All right, guys, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.